What is up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 56. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by, I just realized I don't have my camera on.
Yeah, I was about to comment.
There we go. You should, yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. But, anyways, I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by the number one fanboy himself, Phaneckswhy,
What up?
Ash Destroy 'em,
Hey, what up, guys?
and Big Mike,
Yo.
the number one star pilot in the galaxy. I was watching you play at Starfield, which we're going to talk about a little bit. We're going to get your impressions on Starfield in a bit. But I do want to give a huge shout out to everybody. Our 1 year anniversary actually passed. Episode 53 would have been the 1 year anniversary podcast. And it kind of like crept up and I didn't know really. Like I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was September. But yeah, it was actually August 10th was our first episode of the podcast. So yeah, happy anniversary to us. Yay. Like, and we do appreciate everybody who supported us, who's been here since the beginning, who showed up later on. It really does mean a lot. And here's to another year of amazing stuff. We are trying to get 500 subscribers. We're sitting at 387, so every subscribe counts. So definitely subscribe to us on YouTube and also share the channel. That's really going to help us out in growing the channel. It's just, you sharing and spreading the word. If you like what you do, you'll share it, right? If you like something so much, you usually talk to somebody else about it. So yeah, definitely help us out in that way. We really do appreciate that. But without further ado, because there's a ton of stuff to talk about today, let's dive in with what we've been playing. Let's start with you, Ash. What have you been playing?
I recently just finished Outlast, and I love the game a lot. And that's pretty much it. I've been taking a break from games as of late, just focusing more on schoolworks. That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, your audio's a little low.
It is. Let me up that a little bit. How about now?
That's a little better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. But yeah, I don't know if you guys caught all that.
Yeah, that you were playing Outlast, and then you were trying to outlast school or something. No, just kidding. No, you've been focusing on school.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Fan?
Well, I've been playing Sea of Stars and Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch.
Nice.
So I've been kind of switching back and forth. But right now, I was just playing Sea of Stars, and I beat the area that the demo was on. Because the demo was like you meet the pirates and then you do the wizard's lab. So I just beat that, and now I just went to the next place. So now I'm just kind of in like waiting to keep going.
Nice. That's where actually I'm at. I'm just in the same spot where the demo was at. So I'm waiting to do that. I'll probably do that tonight and then, continue on. Loving Sea of Stars so far. Like I'm really liking it. It's a really good game. Definitely if you like RPGs, specifically like old school, like SNES/PlayStation era RPGs, this is definitely worth a try. Like honestly, I like everything about it. The music is great. The combat is fun. So far the story seems pretty straightforward, which I don't mind. Like, straightforward stories are good as long as it makes sense, because well, there's Final Fantasy 16 and I think that story is a little bit overrated. Oh, we lost Mike. I was just about to ask Mike what he thought about. Oh, there we go. Mike's back. But yeah, the story, I'm liking it. Graphically, like it's amazing. The pixel work that they did with this is very, very appealing to what they have, honestly. Like I said, I recommend it. And Mike, you have been playing Starfield. Let us know your impressions. And Sea of Stars? Are you started at Sea of Stars as well?
Yeah, I started. I haven't really played a lot of either of it.
Oh, where did you leave off at there?
Sea of Stars. I just got out of like the school.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so now it's gonna actually like start ramping up. I would say now it gets more fun because the school part was kind of like
right,
tutorial, right?
Yeah, that and Starfield. I haven't really had a lot of time to play, so I don't really like have like a good impression on Starfield because I'm only like 3 hours in.
Yeah.
But
of those 3 hours though,
far.
yeah, I was gonna say, do you feel like it met, at least for the opening 3 hours, do you feel like it's met expectations of the hype or
catching your attention? At least?
So if you like Bethesda games, you're gonna like it. If you don't, it's not gonna change your mind about Bethesda games. It's the menu systems are annoying. The space combat it's kind of seems like it's tacked on because like so like the way it works is you pretty much you fast travel to your ship. From your ship, so that's a menu screen, and then from your ship to go to space, that's a menu. Loading screen. And then when you get to space, if you want to go to like a different planet, you have to fast travel there, and then that's another loading screen. So it's just kind of like it's not seamless at all, like not even a little bit.
Okay.
So it's more annoying than anything, honestly. I wish it just wouldn't have added space travel and then just like kind of like did like a little cutscene of you going to different worlds.
Kind of
Kind of like
Mass
I would
Effect.
think.
Mass Effect. I was thinking Mass
Yeah.
Effect. Yeah.
I think that would have made the game.
Oh no, we lost Mike again.
Hey, that was an abrupt cut from the internet. Jesus.
Bethesda's listening to his comments and they're getting upset. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like, stop
but
this guy from negative talk.
the it definitely it's very very underwhelming, like the ship stuff, like
Mhm.
the space stuff. It's very underwhelming, like, and I understand it's a huge game and it's like hard to do it with that, but like, so don't do it, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, just kind of like, I don't know. I
Mm,
feel like if they would have just stuck to Skyrim in space, a lot more people would have been, it would have got better reviews from some people, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
I've talked to some people who've been playing it and they kind of said that like at first they were super hyped, but then as they played they're like, yeah, it just feels like a Bethesda game, which
That's
I
that's kind of like under delivering. They, you
yeah,
know what I mean? It's a very polished, like kind of like Fallout 4. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's not reinventing the wheel, but they did what they do good.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, but it's just like the space, like getting from planet to planet, it's like annoying, like more
Mm.
than anything. That's what I don't like about it.
Oh man. And what about the combat? Like, do you feel like it's you know,
Combat feels good, but if this is the same studio that owns Doom, so I'm a little bit disappointed because they could have done a lot better with it.
yeah,
Especially when they have a proven record of making good first person shooters.
yeah.
You
I
know,
saw that
so
some of the complaints was like in third person mode, you can't really cover shoot, which they feel like some people feel like that's kind of like weird.
I don't really play third person mode, so I can't comment on that.
Okay.
I haven't really tried it. It
Yeah.
feels good. Like the guns feel good, and you know what I mean. Like
Mhm.
the
Shoot mechanics
mechanics
are
are
cool.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, you know it's better than Fallout.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a plus. It uses the same engine as like Fallout and Skyrim, just updated
Mhm.
it, and I feel like that was a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah. That's kind of weird that, all this you're using what like over when did Skyrim come out? 2011 or yeah, 2011, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so that's at what 12 years old now engine, at least maybe even more than that.
yeah.
And yeah, you think you would at least use a brand new engine or create a new engine just for
So
this?
it's a improved engine because
Mhm.
whatever their engine they use for that, it's that engine too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, so it's like a new engine, but it's still,
Like 2.0 version. Yeah.
yeah. So it still has the same limitations as the other one, which is kind of
Mm.
like insane to me that they
Yeah,
did
that's
that. I think honestly this game would have probably been a 10 out of 10
mhm,
had they taken out the space stuff.
really.
Because I feel it's so underwhelming, dude. Like it's so underwhelming. Like the space stuff is more annoying than
Yeah.
anything, just because of all the loading screens you have to go through to get somewhere.
Yeah. I've heard that like and to be like honest, I would say like when I saw the space stuff in my head, I was like, "Oh, what if the combat's like, something like Star Wars like was it Squadrons or something like that? Like you're doing these
Yeah,
crazy dogfights in space." But then at the same time, I was like, you should temper your expectations because you're not gonna have anything like that. It's so crazy because you're mentioning this, and I think about Star Wars Battlefront on PSP. We lost him again. Bethesda's attacking him. uh, Star Wars Battlefront on PSP had maybe not seamless, but had the option to go inside a ship and then you can fly up and then you're in space orbit. And for whatever reason, you can't have that in a game like this. It's weird when you think
there's
about it. because
so
there's
many games that did that. Like No Man's Sky did that.
yeah.
Elite Dangerous, I believe, did that. There's quite a few games that did that. That would have made the whole experience better,
Hmm.
even if you can only go to like specific areas on the planet. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it still would have made it.
Oh man.
Jeez, what's going on with his Discord?
I don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong with my Discord today. It's just my Discord up.
It's cutting you
Hmm.
out. Try
Yeah.
I'll say try force closing it and opening it back up just in case if it's bugging. Yeah, while we're on, we'll move on a little bit. Yeah, so but yeah, I mean it's kind of like hearing that it's like under what's the right word I'm looking? I guess like I don't know. I was hoping something more, but then again, like I'm not really a Bethesda guy, so at the same time, it's like, eh. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it. But I wanted to play a good space game because it's not that many great like space games anymore. Everything is more modernized and nothing's really sci-fi. Like Mass Effect, there's
Uh,
still not a game out there that can give me the Mass Effect feel.
yeah. Yeah. This one I don't think it'll give you the Mass Effect feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like thinking like nah. It doesn't feel like Mass Effect. Like it's definitely sci-fi and
Yeah.
it's a decent space game. It's just like some of the stuff was just so like underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Like especially for having a year to polish everything, like man, that come on, dude. Like this is what you do with the space combat. But
Hmm.
like, like and the messed up part is the ship customization is great. You know what I mean? Like it's actually one of the best things about the game,
Yeah.
but it's just like you can't really do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Like
That sucks. Well, I'll probably give it a try later on. Right now, like Sea of Stars.
it's still a
Mhm.
fun game.
Yeah.
It's still, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying it's bad at all. Like if you want like a Bethesda game, this one will definitely like scratch that
Mm.
itch. It's just some stuff's like annoying. Like just traversing from planet to planet, it's like
Yeah.
super annoying.
Mm. Yeah. Eventually, I'll go ahead and give it a try and see if this will be the game to. Well, let me rephrase that because they're like Dishonor. I did enjoy Dishonor, so I don't like hate Bethesda games. Or not like them at all. Like Dishonor was nice, and of course there's Doom, right? Like I don't mind Doom, but Skyrim just never appealed to me, and so did Fallout. But I'll give this a try and see. Maybe it's the Todd Howard games that I just don't care about. And I think about it because he does both of those, right? He does Fallout as well. Like those are his
Yeah.
games. Okay,
Yeah.
so it might just be his
A-
games that I don't care about.
And and this is supposed to be 25 years in the making is like how they advertise it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
it's super like for 25 years, bro. Like honestly, even like the plot's kind of thin. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if I had 25 years to come up with the story and this is what I came out with, like if I was my boss, I'd fire me. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Hey, what's up, Smash Mac? Welcome to the podcast, man. Yeah, oh man, like that's pretty deep, man. That's pretty deep, especially coming from you because I know you really like Bethesda, so that's yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, like the RPG elements are there, and the
Hmm.
role playing elements are there, but I expected more than like what they did with how
Yeah.
long this game's been in production.
Hmm.
With all the setbacks and like delays and stuff like that.
Yeah, when you have a year to polish a game, like the game's
Hmm.
polished and everything, but you think you could have worked on like a few systems,
Hmm.
like
Like
a
quality of
little,
life stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, like the menu is atrocious. Like, come on, dude, you've done it good multiple times, and then you come up with this like menu, like, come on.
Yeah, yeah, Smash. That's one of our I think all of our favorite animes for all of us who grew up in the 90s. Smash Max says nice shirt, one of his
Yep.
favorite animes.
Yeah, I was rewatching it recently. I'll have to get back into it again.
Ooh, where'd you get the Yu Yu Hakusho shirt? Where'd you get that from, bro?
Uniqlo. It was
Uniqlo.
yeah
Man, I just
at
started
Disney
ordering a lot of
Springs.
shirts. I started ordering a lot of shirts from Uniqlo. They're actually really good. They're nice and lightweight and comfortable.
You say
Yeah,
Uniqlo? You said?
Yeah,
yeah,
Uniqlo.
yeah. They have a run of like anime series shirts that they do, but it changes like all the time. So I just happened to find this when they had Yu Yu Hakusho as their
Nice.
like main. Right now they're doing they have like a sale on like Bleach and like Naruto shirts right now.
Yeah, I could do it in a One Piece. I want a One
Yeah.
Piece shirt. Like, I don't have a
Yeah,
One Piece shirt.
I watched the first episode of the Netflix show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Has everybody here watched the first episode of the One Piece show?
Not yet, but I'm
No,
surprised
yeah.
the fact that
You
everybody
have?
likes
Yeah.
it. So I'm like, wow, okay.
It's not
It's
bad.
good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's
Like,
one
you
of those.
definitely see blood.
I think it's more than not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I would
Like,
say it's
like-
not bad would be an understatement because I think it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
For Netflix, yeah, they're doing a good job for
Yeah.
Netflix
Yeah, I
because they do tend to put a lot of stuff out there and not always good. So
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, I would say that if you temper your expectations, I would say part of it, I think you'll get like there's some nitpicks about it, but overall the show is enjoyable. Like I've been watching it with my wife, and she's actually enjoying it a lot. Yeah,
I try to watch it in the mindset that I've never watched the anime.
yeah. For me, it's well, yeah, you do got to do that because there's a big thing like Garp, for example. Garp was there in the beginning. You're like, wait a minute, Garp wasn't even introduced till like way later on, and there's a lot of things that you find out later on in the anime. Then the first 3 episodes, they're already answering those questions for you. You're like, huh? Like, how did that happen? But it's probably expected because the anime is not gonna have over 1,000 episodes, or the anime, the live action is not gonna
show,
have
yeah.
over 1,000 episodes. Because yeah,
You got to think that the creators was super hands on this, so everything that's done is by his choice. So you can't even really say anything about the way they're going.
yeah,
'cause
that's true.
it's
It was
all on
his
them.
choice. Yeah,
So it's one of those things like
Made those decisions to help condense it and make
Mhm.
it for TV,
yep,
versus a
it's not like
cartoon
the
medium.
Witcher series where they just completely went left field with everything for no reason. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like the creator actually like had a huge part in like
Yep.
steering the ship.
I was watching on YouTube. They have a thing where he was talking about that how he when he first saw what's his name, Inaki, I forget what his last name is, but where they showed him, and he was like, yeah, the minute that he saw him, like he didn't even see the casting, he just saw a picture of him. He's like, yeah, that's Luffy, and then of course he decided to choose him as Luffy, which I think everybody does a good job, like Luffy, Zoro. Even Nami, at first I didn't like. I was like, why would you choose her as Nami? But then like the acting is doing well. Usopp is really good. I just got to the Sanji part. He was another one. I was like, yeah, that's not Sanji. Sanji's too cool. And he does a good job as Sanji. The only nitpick I have is Shanks. Like, no offense to the actor, but it's like Shanks is dope. Like you see Shanks, you're like, yeah, this guy's cool. I want to be like Shanks. And then you see the actor playing Shanks, I'm like, I don't want to be like you. Like, you just
Yeah.
look at him and she's like,
I think Nami is kind of different in the anime too. She's
Mhm.
more like standoffish.
Mhm.
Like
Exactly. Yeah. Where she's more like trying to think, yeah, it's just different things. Like Nami does act different. Zoro's a good job though. I think Zoro and Luffy are pretty spot on for the anime. And so far I haven't seen enough of Sanji to see, because like my thing is the relationship between Sanji and Nami, like all the stupid stuff that like Sanji does every time he sees Nami. Like, how are you gonna introduce that into live action? And I don't think they're gonna do that. Smash Max says he's on. Oh, he only watched episode 4 of the anime. Was watching it a bit, but then life got complicated. Yeah, I mean the anime is good if you keep up with it. I'm on episode like 200 and something, so I'm not even nowhere near towards the end. But I'm really liking the anime. I kind of skipped ahead. I watched the Gear 5 episode.
there's actually like a video you can watch that catches you up to like pretty almost current.
Yeah. Oh, but you gotta
And
watch.
it's like 6 hours long, and it pretty much like goes over like everything that happens to like episode like 800 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I've just been watching. I want to watch every episode because the music is really good.
I've been watching every episode, so I'm on 1074. So
Oh, nice.
I just skip the filler. I just skip the fillers. Go straight to the actual content of the.
Yeah,
one.
but
There's
there's
not
not
a
that
lot of
many
fillers.
fillers. Yeah, I was
not
like,
that many fillers.
there's probably out of all 1,000 episodes, there's maybe 100 fillers, maybe 100 episodes of fillers.
Yeah.
And that's a huge
Yeah,
maybe.
skipping 100 episodes does speed up the process.
Yeah, but it's not like Naruto where it's like out of like 600.
It catches
like,
you
yeah.
like 50%, dude. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
especially like in Naruto when you have like literally like a 25 episode anime streak. I mean,
Yeah.
filler streak in the anime.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
Every
like
other
one
arc.
season, like
Yeah.
a quarter or a third of the season is filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at the end of Shippuden. It's like they literally, like, I want to say over 100 episodes of just that. Like, oh man. But anyways, when we start our anime channel, we can talk about this one day once we get YouTube partner. Um, let's go in with a little bit of small news. Final Fantasy 16 is getting 2 paid DLCs that, according to Yoshi P, that people asked for. I don't know anybody that I know of that play Final Fantasy 16 asked for DLC, but 2 paid DLCs, and he officially announced that they are working on the PC port. And that should be showing, or they will be announcing or talking more about it later on in the year. Also, a free update did come out today where they introduced new costumes, as well as the ability to change your sword while having a different sword equipped. So basically, it's cosmetic, right? You know, if you would like a way a certain sword looks, you can swap out the look to that sword without, you know, in fact affecting your stats and stuff like that. I dropped out of Final Fantasy 16. I really want to try to beat it, but I don't know. The story is kind of meh. You know, the gameplay is not bad. I just don't like the what's the right word I'm looking for? The consistency. Like it's very inconsistent. You get these really big highs, and then you're next thing you know, part of a story quest is a fetch quest. I'm like, yeah, no, like I'm not doing that. I just want more consistency. Like if the fetch quests were cool, or they took me to different areas, or were a little bit more, I don't know, like if I cared about it more, then yeah. But so far, no, I don't care. And I think all of us had the same kind of reaction. Like Ash, did you ever finish Final Fantasy 16, or you gave up
No, I decided to take a break from it a little bit.
because it's whack?
Not really. I randomly just take breaks from games and stuff.
Yeah.
For example, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, took a break from that. Like I just
Oh
randomly
man,
take breaks from a lot of different games.
you
just
can't
so I
take breaks from Xenoblade Chronicles. The only reason I took a break from that game is because I kept dying to the same boss, and then I
Well,
took like a year break, and then I came back and I was able to beat him without doing anything else.
to be perfectly honest with you, I wanted to 100% Xenoblade Chronicles 2,
Mm,
and you already know what that entails is getting all the blades,
yeah,
doing this and that, doing all the side quests and everything, and that itself already tired me out. I'm actually already at the last final boss, so
yeah,
I
same
can
here.
I can dish them out and say, hey, I beat the game, but at the same time, I want to like get everything out of it that I wanted. So
Gotcha. I know Mike fell off of 16 as well.
Yeah, it's pretty trash. I mean, honestly, like anyone who likes it, you know, more power to you. But like, it's like literally like
hmm
I played that game before a few times. You know what I mean?
Just
Like probably this
just looks
year.
different, right?
Like
Yeah,
yeah, like
Different
it's
character name, different
yeah.
console, but
I'm
it's all
pretty
the
sure I
same.
played God of War earlier this year. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the same thing. Like
yeah, it's funny because like I don't want to talk spoilers really, but people were like, "Oh, the story's amazing. The ending is like mind blowing." But it's like I've seen that ending done in 2 other anime that I've watched, so it's like it's not really anything new. Uh, so yeah. But anyways,
the ending.
yeah, the
You already
ending.
saw the ending? Yeah, I haven't seen the
Yeah, I
ending yet.
skipped it. I just skipped to the ending. I was like, all right, let me see what happens. 'Cause I don't care. I'm probably never gonna finish this game. And then I skipped. I was like, I've seen this ending before. Like people are talking about it like it's the best thing ever. I'm like, this
It's
ending has been done before.
with like all the good games coming out,
Hmm
like that's why I'm so disappointed by like Starfield and Final Fantasy 16 and stuff
Yeah.
like that because they didn't do anything original.
hmm I agree. And then pre-orders for the PlayStation Portal are up, so you can go to Sony's website. If you just type in PlayStation.com, go to their website there, and you can pre-order the PlayStation Portal. It is $200, and it's coming out in November. So yeah, that's if you're interested in the PlayStation Portal, definitely check that out. I'll be picking up one for the channel, so I can go ahead and review it, give my thoughts about it, and then if I don't like it, I'll return it. Because yeah, why keep something like that if I'm not gonna utilize that? But speaking of PlayStation, let's talk about something. Oh man, this is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I understand price increases, but PlayStation rather decided to do a ridiculous price increase. They increased the prices of PlayStation Plus, and it's not like a simple like $10 difference. No, it's a lot more than that. So starting off with Premium, which is right now $120 for a year, is jumping up to $180 a year.
Wait, it was
That's
that big?
yes, it's that big.
You're lying for real?
No, I am not lying. $180.
Bro,
Yes.
someone needs to lay off some drugs, dude. Like, I don't know what they were thinking, dude. God damn, dude.
That's yeah. So premium gives you, the PlayStation Essentials bundle, which is basically PS4 games, PS5 games, and then PlayStation Classics, which are PS1 and PSP games, as well as PS2 and PS3 games through streaming. And yeah, for $180, like that's like $20 less than a PlayStation Portal. When you put it into perspective for a
Yeah,
subscription service, that's
I
a
mean, how
lot.
many? That's like what, like 3 or 4 games you can buy, and actually own. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
it's a lot. And then the other, actually, I didn't get to pull up all the price points. Hold on, let me get the other price points up. While I'm doing
no,
that,
that's insane. And this is why piracy is so important, because these companies literally try to drain you for stuff that you don't even own. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's hold on, where's it? Yeah, it's ridiculous. So let me get the actual prices here. Uh, that's Game Pass. Why you give me Game Pass pricing? Nope, that's not it. There we go. So yeah, so it's premium. Oh no, I'm sorry, not 180. It's 160. Okay, so from $120 to 160. From
it's
a
still a lot.
40
Yeah,
bucks.
the extra
It's
plan
still a
goes
lot.
from $100 to $135, and then the essential plan, which is like the basic plan, goes from $60
Uh,
to $80.
How much is a year at Game Pass?
A year Game Pass is one. Well, I think they kept it at 120. Let me see. Game- Uh, doesn't give me a year price point here. Yeah.
What, $10 a month? And I think it's like $100 for the year.
15 a month for
For
Ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
17 is the new price because it recently came up or went up. Game Pass Ultimate. Let's see. Amazon has a year. They're selling it for? It says 164, but I don't know if that's shipped and sold by Amazon. No. Let me see what they got here. See what Best Buy has it for. Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, they don't have a year on here. That's weird. Well,
Game
never
Pass
mind.
Ultimate is $17 a month.
Yeah, I think
Does it?
last time I checked, it was like $120. See, the 6 month, well, 6 months it's $60. So, a whole year would have to be $120. So,
Yeah. Hold on. You know what? Let's do cdkeys.com.
I'm
let's
pretty
see
sure
what
it's
they got it for.
100 for just regular Game Pass because I think that's what I paid.
Well, for regular game, we're talking about Ultimate though, because like the
Yeah.
premium would be the equivalent
Yeah.
to that.
All right, so let's just put it like this: on cdkeys.com, I can get it for 28.26. It's
For
28.26 times 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8, 16, 24, 30. Yes, like 100, 115, 120, something like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah, like you're gonna PlayStation's gonna charge that much money and not even have half the library that Xbox has? Nah,
yeah.
bro.
It's
Like,
well, it's
not
like
a chance, dude.
the only way I've seen people trying to justify is like if PlayStation comes out with day one first party.
They said they're not gonna do that.
I know, unless they change their
So,
mind, because I mean it's Jim Ryan, and
yeah.
Jim Ryan changes his mind a lot. Like every
So
time he.
even if they did do
Mhm.
that, there's no way, because like it's nah. There's no way. There's no way to justify, because when you get Xbox, so you get EA as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You
So
do.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like you
Well, with PlayStation, you do get Ubisoft Plus or whatever, or maybe it's Ubisoft Classics, because I know they have like the
yeah,
Ubisoft games on there too.
they don't have day ones though, do they?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't. I don't know if Ubisoft does day one on their subscription service.
yeah, they do.
They do. Okay, I didn't know that.
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah.
Cause yeah, no, they do, because I got a month of it to play Valhalla.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
Yeah. So it's like ridiculous. Like this price hike. is a lot, and seeing this just makes me want to like get rid of my PS5. Honestly, it just has nothing to do with the PS5, right? It's a subscription service. I don't have to subscribe to it, but it's like, what is Sony doing? Like, this is not the PlayStation that I remember. This is not the PlayStation the same Sony PlayStation that came out with the PS1 and the PS2. This is like a totally different Sony with some weird business decisions. And I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know what they're doing if their head is so big that they, do that. On top of that, we talked about last week's podcast for the PlayStation Portal. You would think that they learn not to do proprietary technology, and the PlayStation Portal doesn't have Bluetooth. You have to have the PlayStation Link capability to be able to do that. Like, you
Nah,
know,
dude. There's not a chance, dude.
everybody complained about the Switch not being able to use Bluetooth headphones, and then at least there was Bluetooth on the Nintendo Switch, so they were able to patch it so that you can use Bluetooth headphones. But like, come on, like, are you listening to the market or what?
They're so out of touch with reality, dude. It's insane, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way, dude. If Xbox actually starts putting out good games, there's not a chance they can survive in that field, dude. They're gonna get slaughtered.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that they're too comfortable right now. Xbox is not doing much. They have a first party game that comes out once every like who knows how many years, right? so they just feel like they can do whatever, and that's the thing. Like, PlayStation has a huge market compared to Xbox. They're just getting cocky,
bro. But the Activision Blizzard deal is still going through.
Yeah, that hasn't finalized.
Once that goes through, like, they're literally like Sony's gonna like start getting slaughtered. Even if Call of Duty comes to the console, like, I guarantee you all the exclusives are not gonna go to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be able to play day one with Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they're gonna add perks for like World of Warcraft and all that stuff as well. So,
but yeah, and speaking of slaughter, right? I feel that there's another thing that will slaughter PlayStation. That's PC gaming, right? PC gaming has been on a boom for quite some time, but now we have devices like the Steam Deck and stuff like that, Lenovo Legion GO, which we'll talk about in a few, that are creating more market share for PC gaming. And it's getting to the point where a lot of people are just giving up on console because they're just trying to nickel and dime you for every little thing that is free or available easily on PC. For example, Mike, you just went on CD keys. If you want to buy a game and get it cheaper, there's so many different options on PC. You can go to Green Man Gaming. You can do Steam. You can do Fanatical.
I go on CD keys and stuff like that when I want to support the developers. There are a lot more heinous ways I can get your game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So like, there's so many different ways to go about it on PC. Where PlayStation, they just like, not $70. That's it. And I'm sorry, like, PlayStation Plus going that price increase. Sony, I'm not exactly sure what you're smoking, man, but nah.
Yeah, let me get some. I need to be out of touch with reality like that for a little bit, dude. Like,
man.
like, seriously. There's no way, dude. Like, it's not viable in this gaming market to charge that much for something you don't even own. Like, I don't know. Even Game Pass to me is a little bit, because like, as soon as your subscription's done, you lose everything.
Yep.
So
that's my thing with that. Oh man. Well, I guess we'll have to wait to see how that goes. But I'm probably not renewing my. Does everybody here have a PlayStation Plus subscription or no? Nope.
I do.
I only got it once in my life, and that was pretty much it.
Okay, so it's just me and Fan, and I'm probably not gonna renew mine, honestly.
Yeah, I got it on Black Friday when I got the deal for it for like $90.
Wait, which plan you were talking about before, James? I'm sorry.
I have the premium plan.
Oh, what does the premium plan include again?
PS4, PS5, and PlayStation Classics, plus the Ubisoft Plus stuff.
Oh, I never got that. Yeah, I never got that. Never mind. I thought you were talking about
the regular PS Plus.
Yeah, the PlayStation Plus plan, the old one or something like
that. Well, even that counts, right? Because they're all different tiers. But like, I have the premium, but even if you had the like basic tier, it's still PlayStation Plus, right? And that's going up by $20. It's going to $80. And not only that, they announced like some really whack games for September. They have like Saints Row, the new one that nobody liked.
Rip. Yeah, Coalition, bro. They're gone. That game killed them. Like,
yeah, they're done. They're a 30-year-old studio too, and
they put out good games.
Yep.
Bro, I don't understand. do these people not see what happens when you get greedy? There have been so many cases of these developers putting out bad games for greed and stuff like that, doing stuff like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then it never works out. So they're just sitting in this big boardroom. They're like, "Hey, maybe we should just do this anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see
And
what happens."
that's the thing. Gaming has gotten so mainstream, and that's the issue, right? It's like you have these corporate suits coming in, and like, yeah, you need to get that out, or you need to do this, and they start following trends and try to appeal. We had a conversation earlier, like starting to appeal to like a mass audience versus the core audience, and that's where everybody drops off because like, hey, the reason I like this game is because I like this. I don't need this to feel like this game, or I don't need this to feel
I,
like this other game. Like, no, I like it because I like it.
well, one
Hmm.
of the things that I had to realize is we are not the core demographic for gaming anymore.
Yeah,
We're too old for that now.
I guess
You know
so.
what I
That
mean?
is true.
Now,
Yeah,
now the core demographic is all the kids who grew up with battle passes, microtransactions, and
yeah,
everything like that.
Fortnite.
So,
That's crazy to me.
yeah,
yeah. That's true.
I just turned 31, bro, and I'm like, yeah, definitely not the core demographic for gaming
old
anymore.
old man. Like I was
Yeah.
in my Sea of Stars video. That's what I wrote. I was like, I like Sea of Stars. I think it's amazing. I was like, but maybe I'm just old, and maybe that's why I like it. And I think it's a really an amazing game. It could be that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I am an old man now, according to people out there. But yeah, it sucks. But it's a little bit more than that, right? Like Square Enix is a good example. They try to make Final Fantasy 16 to appeal more to like a Western audience, right? And it's like that's not what we want. Like we play certain games because we like what they do, right? Like if I play Call of Duty, I enjoy Call of Duty is because I like Call of Duty. I don't want the first soldier, right? If I like Fortnite, I'm not asking to make a Final Fantasy game that's played like Fortnite. Like who asked for that? Nobody did. So it's just kind of weird the stuff that they do and like these execs and all that. All these suits are trying to make up. It's like, come on, no, like I want a Final Fantasy game to be Final Fantasy. I don't need it to be a battle royale. I don't need it to be a first person shooter. I don't need it to be Devil May Cry. I want it to be Final Fantasy. And that's it. Like Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy, I think is an
Just
amazing game. Hmm. Go ahead.
yeah, just make a new IP or a spin-off. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you're literally gonna make a numbered series game the way they do with Final Fantasy 16
Yeah.
after what happened with Final Fantasy 15. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like doesn't make sense, dude.
Yeah. And
Disappointed.
and that
Shame.
that was my issue with like 16, right? It's like it doesn't feel like an RPG. It feels more like Devil May Cry and less like Dragon's Dogma, right? And I use those as an example because the battle director did both of those games. So,
Yeah.
but it's what it is. Let's move on to our next topic though, because PlayStation gets me angry. Lenovo Legion Go was officially revealed. We discussed it twice. I want to say a couple episodes ago, and then maybe about 10 episodes ago before that, where there was a leak or there was a rumor that Lenovo was working on a handheld. Well, now it's official. They are actually working on a handheld, and it actually looks, I don't know. I think I like it. It looks interesting. Let's see. Oh no. What up is that? All right, I was just making sure that the scene changed on here because it didn't show up there. But yeah, if you look on the screen there, I do have like a little video they're playing for Lenovo, and it looks interesting. Like basically, it has two Joy Cons there or they're not called Joy Cons, but the controllers are Joy-Con like. They clip to the side of the Lenovo. It has a trackpad, which a lot of people liked about the Steam Deck. The D-pad actually looks really nice. You can use the right Joy-Con, or I'm gonna say Joy-Cons because I don't know what the actual right name for the controller is, but you can use the right Joy-Con as a mouse. They have like a what they call it, like first-person mode where you get this little thing, you put the Joy-Con in it, and then you can move around the Joy-Con as a mouse, which I think is pretty cool. When we were discussing on the podcast about the buttons on the side, now we know it's because you can use it as a mouse, so the buttons there will work like that. We saw there was a scroll wheel on the side, and we were wondering what that was. Well, now we know that's a scroll wheel, so when it's in mouse mode, you can utilize that to scroll up and down. But I don't know. What do you guys think about the Lenovo Legion Go?
Um, until they make a handheld Windows 11, I think it's gonna be pretty similar to the ROG
The ROG
Ally,
Ally?
Yeah.
performance wise. Because the only thing it has in it that's different, I believe, is it has a bigger battery
Mm-hmm.
Slightly
and
faster RAM.
slightly faster
Yeah.
RAM, which isn't really going to make a huge performance increase, like justifiable to like buy one if you have like Asus ROG already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they just need to debloat Windows 11 on these things because it doesn't run well.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Like there has to be Windows is resource heavy. That's a huge issue there. And it takes, people don't realize it does take a lot to run Windows. That's why they had to come out with their S mode, which is not even that great. Yeah, go ahead.
No, because I will say for anyone that has Asus ROG Ally or anything that's watching, Chris Titus has a PowerShell script that debloats it and it lets you choose what you want to take off, and it's just like one go, and it completely like debloats everything.
Interesting.
So
Look into that.
it's really easy to use.
Mhm.
And the only thing is don't remove like with like these, like what I hate about the Asus ROG Ally is you pretty much have to do all the updates off the My Asus app, otherwise it can like mess
Break
up your
everything.
operating system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably because the drivers are tied into the
From
Asus app or
Asus directly,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
directly from Asus. That's why.
Makes sense. Yeah, there were some impressions. Like I think IGN. I know The Verge had something to say, and I think some other sources. But I was reading like The Verge's like impressions, and they said that their version of what like Armory Crate is, for example, was not working at all. And they said that by the time they release it, that it should be up and running. But their worry was like, this is releasing in like a month, and it's not ready. How are you gonna have that ready within a month? So there is some like worriness to it. But yeah, some of the specs just to me are just weird. Like 144 hertz display at 1600p for a handheld, like that's nice, but why? Especially if you're using the same, was it the Z1 Extreme processor? Like what game? I guess if you're playing Sea of Stars, you can probably get it at that resolution or that yeah, probably that resolution and that frame rate. But I don't think it would go that high. Like I don't know if there's a cap on Sea of Stars. But what about you, Ash? Because I think you're the only one here that doesn't have a PC handheld. What do you think about this?
I still haven't looked at the Lenovo stuff yet, but I'm still like sold on the Steam Deck. Well, like once I have enough money, I'm probably just going to go towards that still because
Great choice.
it's proven to be a reliable console for a good amount of games on the Steam library anyway.
Mhm.
I did look at the ROG Ally. I had a friend of mine that let me borrow his for a little bit, tried it out. Wasn't too impressed with it. It is more powerful, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of nuances and pet peeves I have with it, which I didn't like about the ROG Ally. So I'm just gonna
Mainly
say
Windows 11.
yeah, probably Windows 11.
Yeah.
Which by the way,
I mean, the
those
games run great on it, but yeah, Windows
I'm,
is.
I'm like literally running a deep loaded Windows 11 on my gaming laptop, and I still have Windows 10 on this computer. And if I remember, I think Microsoft is going to cut off security updates by like 2015, like June or July or some crap
Yeah.
like that. So from that point, I'm either one going to be like, "F you, Windows 10," and just go straight to Linux, or two, maybe just go to Windows 11, just debloat that from that point. So who knows?
Yeah, bro. Linux Mint is pretty good, bro, for like everyday use, dude.
You
Like,
can just use Steam. There are ways to install Steam OS now too.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're right.
Yeah,
they have what
Chimera
is it
OS,
called?
HoloOS.
HoloOS. Yeah, you
Yep.
use HoloOS, and it's basically just Steam OS on there. Uh, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that kind of sucks is just like multiplayer games, right? You need Windows for multiplayer games as of right
hold on,
now.
real quick. Is
Mhm.
James cutting out for anyone else, or is it just me?
I knew it. I knew
Yep,
it.
he's cutting out for me too.
I am
I
cutting
knew
out.
it.
Okay,
Oh man,
okay.
That's what
I
yeah.
thought it was just me. Like, all right.
You guys gotta say something. If I'm
I thought it
cutting
was
out,
my,
you
I
need to
thought it was
say
my
something.
headphones.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, same. Like,
Yeah,
I was thinking it
yeah.
was mine because my stuff messes up. So
am
I'm
I
like,
am I cutting out now or am I good?
I think
I think you're good now.
we'll
I think
see. Yeah,
were you getting too
yeah.
far away from your microphone?
I think that's why it was. I was leaning back,
Yeah.
so it might be
Okay.
that.
It could be
Okay.
that, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Luckily, I
gotta.
was able to piece. Luckily, I was able to piece things together as you were talking. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
you guys
all
gotta
right,
say
cool.
something because people are listening. They're probably like, okay, the connection's not good or something like that. I'll speak closer. It's probably because I was too far away and because I have the.
The
Mhm.
stream is probably good. It's just the Discord. It was probably messing up because of the what you call it?
Oh, the noise.
Yeah, the
Suppression
noise
stuff, whatever.
suppression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
noise suppression. So I
Oh,
think you're fine with the stream.
yeah. I'm gonna have to. Maybe I'll just start using lavalier mics or something for, for here instead of this.
That's not a bad choice. So.
But yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Hmm. Oh well.
We were talking about OS's. Um,
Does you
Oh.
remember Windows 8 tablet mode?
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, dude, yeah.
It was still Windows 8 though. That's the issue.
I know, but like,
That made
do,
me want
do
to
you-
auto-live myself.
but like,
Pretty much.
that was made for tablets, right? Because it was made to run on like
Yeah.
lower power processors and stuff like that. Why can't they do something like that for Windows 11?
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I'm saying. I found when I was debloating my Asus ROG Ally, I found HP drivers on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, why are there HP drivers on here, dude? Like, because they just do like a whole blanket like thing for everybody.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's Microsoft for you.
That's
When I
true. I
test
mean,
it
they
out.
already have like Xbox, right? Like you have even though Xbox is running like a version of Windows, like there's the Xbox OS. So you could have just done something like that, but make it compatible with Steam.
You're still cutting out.
You're still cutting out,
I'm
man.
still cutting out. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
something different. I don't know what's going on.
too.
Everyone's having Discord problems. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it might be just Discord now. Yeah, because hopefully the stream is not cutting out. Anybody on stream? Because we got 8 people on Twitch and 5 on YouTube. Let me know if I'm cutting out.
You cut out when you said that, so
I did?
Yep.
Hopefully it's not
I'm
my
still-
cable. Now I'm worried. My cable's.
I'm still thinking your stream is still fine with your mic and everything. I just still think it's just Discord. That's it.
Find out. Let's see. Am I still cutting out now?
Well, I mean, you're not
Well, yeah,
talking.
you
So,
gotta
like, you know,
keep talking.
Test, test. 1 2 1 2. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Yeah. Am I?
yeah.
I'm
yeah, I
cutting
think
out.
you're- No, you're good. That was
Okay.
good.
I don't.
so
I don't get
go
what
on.
I'm doing now. I'm like
Go
talking
ahead.
right here. I'm gonna just talk like right on my mic like this. Am I cutting out now?
I don't think it's the mic being able to pick it up. I think
Hmm.
it might be something to do with Discord itself.
Okay. Yeah, because you were having Discord issues too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, let me know if I cut out again.
Yeah.
Uh. mhm.
So pretty much, moral of the story is they need to make a Windows 11 handheld mode and take out a lot of the stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Which they're not. Which they're not. To be honest with you.
bro. They need to make money off your data, bro. They're
Yeah.
crazy,
Tele-
dude. Like-
Hashtag telemetry, baby. So,
yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it is. Oh man. Let's go on to our final topic of the day. Actually, no, we got 2 more topics to talk about. So we'll try to go through them quick because it is getting pretty late. But one of the topics is. Hold on 1 second. Bring up my topics here. Nintendo Switch 2 rumors. So I want to say earlier in the week, Jez Corden tweeted out that, or X'd out. What do they call it now? It's not tweet no more, right? It's like X'd or whatever.
We're gonna go with tweet.
We're gonna go with
Okay.
tweet,
That's the
dude.
most asinine thing. Like,
X just
that-
sounds no.
X. Yeah, they have that name. Ah, Jesus. I'm still calling it Twitter these days. What the
me,
hell?
me too. All right, so Jez Corden tweeted out that apparently during Gamescom there was a closed door showing of the new Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 or whatever you want to call it, which was like, it's just like whatever. Okay, maybe. To me, I didn't believe it because I'm like, Gamescom is
cut.
usually more. Oh, I was cutting out.
A little bit.
Oh,
A little bit. You're going in and out a little bit.
see, I don't know what's going on. Why is it doing that?
Yeah.
Check your user settings. Check voice and video. Look at voice activity, and right below it, you should see something called input sensitivity.
Where do you see that on Discord?
Yeah, on Discord. Yeah,
Under voice settings, you said.
yeah, voice and video settings. Yeah. Just go there, check the input sensitivity just to see if it's doing it automatic. You probably have to turn it off and try to adjust it yourself.
Where do you see that at? Oh, determine input sensitivity. Yeah, it's on automatic.
Yeah, turn that off and just lower it to like minus 63 dB or something like that.
All right, we'll do it that way. We'll see if that works.
Yeah, hopefully.
I never had issue before. Like, I don't know why it's doing that today of all things. Like, the only thing different today is I'm using Stream Deck. What's up, David? Welcome to the podcast. David, let me know if I'm cutting out. Let me know if I'm cutting out to you because I keep cutting out to them. But yeah, like I was saying, hopefully that doesn't happen again. But Jez Corden came out. Hey, Shuzaku with the subscription on Twitch. Appreciate it.
Hey.
So yeah, Jez Corden came out saying that they showed that behind club closed doors, and then a few days later, some random guy posted that that apparently the Square Enix showed off how easy it was to port Final Fantasy VII, the PS5 version. So was it Interlude or whatever? or what's it called? Yeah,
Yeah.
interlude, right? So
Or
is it called
wasn't
that?
it retrograde or
No, Intergrade. Yeah.
intergrade? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, how easy it was to port that to the new Nintendo Switch and how flawless it works at like 60 FPS at the same settings. And that apparently the Final Fantasy VII Remake will be a launch title for the Switch too. Like, what do you guys think about this?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
When I
like
saw that, I'm like,
And
okay, what they
it better
doing?
not be like cloud streaming type freaking Final Fantasy VII.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
like how
You know
they
what I
said a
mean?
Kingdom
native
Hearts.
port. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think they would
but
say cloud. Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying, Mike?
No, I'm saying yeah, because they did Kingdom Hearts cloud streaming like
Yeah.
on it
Which that
when
made
it like
no
this.
sense.
Yeah, the Switch can handle it. I don't get
Mm-hmm.
it. Like yeah.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff. Like Borderlands 3 is coming, and Kingdom Hearts 1 can't play natively in the like.
Yeah.
It's just like
I still laugh back to that crap, man. That's ridiculous.
it's Square Enix being
Insane.
lazy, man. Like Square Enix being lazy.
That's all they do now. They just want to run NFTs, dude.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, right. Their new CEO is literally like an NFT expert.
they all crash. I don't know if y'all seen that. All the NFTs pretty much like are worthless now.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because like nobody wants NF. The thing with digital anything, it's like it's not physical, right? Like so, it's like anybody can get it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but now on like Google, before you can save kind of like any image and it is saved like as a JPEG or PNG. Now there's like WebDB or something like that, where you can't really open up or use them as wallpapers or anything like that because they're a specific thing kind of made to not, like save basically or copy or whatever the case might be.
are you
Look,
serious?
yeah. So look at it like some of the things if you try to like when I'm trying to do like box art, if I'm trying to use like something for like the background images or anything like that on the streams, some of the stuff won't allow me to use it because it's a different format and they're designed so that you can't like steal it basically, which is stupid. But that doesn't affect the Mac. On Mac, you can still download it and utilize it, which is funny. It's only on Windows for some reason. So, but
Man.
but yeah. Anyways, going back to that. Yeah, they said it's a native port, so it's not cloud streaming. And to me, that's pretty high. Like if you're saying the PS5 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake, remember that's not available on PS4. That's only available on PS5 and PC. The Switch can run that. Then I would put it at about Steam Deck level. But they said 60 FPS, so that's a little bit above the Steam Deck level. That's pretty powerful.
Let's have it. What's the resolution though?
They haven't said that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
I mean, I
it?
guess it depends.
That's
Like
the
if it's
480?
handheld,
480p.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's
of course,
true.
yeah, for sure, dude.
It's like a 3-inch display,
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
probably at least 720.
I would think at least 720. Like honestly, I don't think the Switch needs to go to 1080 in my opinion. I think 720 in handheld will be good enough.
I think it would be good if they have a battery that can support it for multiple hours of use. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
But to go,
OLED is pretty nice in battery life.
yeah,
That's one thing I like. Like the OLED is you can get about like 5 or 6 hours, maybe even more than that. And I do like that because I don't have to charge it much. I can go through a whole night, a whole 3 hours of playing, and like I still have battery. Versus the
yeah,
Steam Deck, I'm playing Sea of Stars, which is not that demanding. If I play for like a few hours, it goes from like 100 to like almost 70%, which is, you know, I mean, it's
yeah,
okay, but still, it's not a demanding game. My
yeah,
3DS plays more demanding games, and I get longer battery life than that.
yeah. Well, that's the whole thing now. Is just battery technology has to evolve for this stuff to get
Mm-hmm.
better.
Yeah, that's true.
If anything, in terms of density, keep the
Mm.
same thickness, just more battery.
All right, who here is getting a new Nintendo Switch when it comes out next year? Like,
It you say that, but like, what if like there no games released with it?
I'm
You know
probably
what I
still gonna
mean?
get. Hey, I bought the 3DS when it first came out, and it had like nothing but Street Fighter 4. I bought the Wii U when it first came out, and I was like,
I hope they're smart to do backwards compatibility for the previous Switch games, so that way we can run the game at better
yeah. Oh,
performance.
They
thanks
said it
for.
was.
Yes, I
They
was gonna
said
say
it was.
thanks for mentioning that. That apparently the cartridge slot is a little bit different, but it will be backwards compatible with the Switch One
Yeah,
games.
it better.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna release a new console with no games. I'm like, bro, what's the point?
Yeah, that's a good thing you mentioned that, which I'm happy for because I have a lot of Switch games, like a lot. I have more Switch games, like physical Switch games, than I want to say any other. Like I have way more than like PS4 for sure. I mean, I got rid of all my PS4 games too because I have a digital PS5.
I will say one thing. I'm pretty sure if a new if a new Switch comes out next year, they're probably gonna release Metro Prime 4 along with that game as a
Yeah.
launch title.
Dang, hold on.
Well,
I'm looking at
I
our
think it comes on.
ads.
Yeah.
So real quick, I'm looking at ads. It's playing ad number 4 out of 9.
Jeez.
What? Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
that is a
That's not
lot of
that's on
ads.
Twitch.
That's on Twitch. Yeah, it's ad 4 of 9. I'm sorry for everybody watching those ads, but appreciate it because you watching those ads gets us, something.
Is there ways for you to limit the amount of ads?
Yeah, I can I mean I could eliminate ads completely, but in order for us to get that 50-50 share, you have to do it this way, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
go
know.
ahead.
You think? I don't know if the Switch is is it gonna come out next year?
Well, if
I
it's gonna
think
come
so.
out next, if it's gonna come out next year, I won't be surprised if
I
it
feel
comes
like
out
if they do a direct this year, they'll probably hint at it or mention it,
I
like
mean,
an
they can
actual
do.
another direct.
So if you remember when the original Switch was announced, they just shadow dropped the trailer. Like the trailer came out like at 9 p.m. I'll never forget it because I was like browsing, and the next thing you know, I just see like something popped up. I'm like, what the heck is this from Nintendo? And then I watched the video, and it was the new Switch trailer. I was like, oh, well, the Switch trailer rather. I was like, oh snap! And then everybody was surprised by it because it just shadow dropped. There was no announcement. It just was uploaded on YouTube, and it was just a trailer for the Nintendo Switch. So they can do something like that because I think they're gonna try to, because this new CEO, he's very safe, and I think he's just gonna try to recreate that excitement that the Switch had when it first came out. So he's gonna try to do something similar. That's my
Ooh,
opinion, though. I mean,
that's
what
a
do I
red
know?
flag.
Yeah,
Playing it safe. Like, what are you
I
gonna do? Just re-drop the Switch that can handle better graphics? Like,
yeah, it's
you're
not.
gonna have to do better than that.
He's not Iwata, unfortunately. He's not Iwata. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Iwata, the man, the myth, the legend, Iwata. Oh man, missed that guy. Guy was good. But yeah, moving on to our last topic of the day, also Nintendo related, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Nintendo Direct happened this week, showed off Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and I'm hyped actually. Like I was actually very excited after seeing that. It was cool. I read some of the interviews they had with the creative producer. So Miyamoto was just there as what's the right word? Like a supervisor of kind of like supervising the not supervisor, maybe that's not the right word, but he was basically just looking from afar, and if they asked him for help, he would like give tips and stuff like that. But the creative director, he kind of
So he's
said
just there
that,
for as a supportive role,
yeah, like a
basically.
support role. Yeah, like he was not in charge of this whatsoever. But the creative director had said like one cool thing when they were making this game, they told the people to pretty much forget everything about Mario. And if something was used in a previous game, they can't use that. They have to do something from scratch. So that's where they came up with like the new kingdom, the Flower Kingdom, I think it's called, or something like that. The Flower Kingdom. That's how they came up with like the new power ups and then level design and like game mechanics and so forth. So they went like a totally different route there.
The badges are a rehash, though.
From where? What game?
Paper Mario.
Yeah, I guess Paper Mario has it, but that's an RPG though. It's a little bit
Yeah,
different.
it's still a Mario game though. But
Yeah.
you do have badges that give you abilities that you can equip.
Okay. I would still call it a little bit different in my opinion because it's
Yeah, but
RPG
yeah,
versus a platformer. Because that is
it's different.
yeah.
Okay, so like I didn't really watch the direct from Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So how are the badges utilized in that game?
So you can get like different abilities. So
You,
for
you
example,
you could wall jump, you
yeah,
could double jump, you
Yeah,
could get like
that's already different
you can like
from the
float.
get-go because
yeah,
as a platformer, it's giving
yeah.
like extra like abilities for you to do different things to traverse through the
Mhm.
platform.
Yep.
In Paper
But
Mario,
what I'm saying
you're
is like in the Mario IP in general, that those badges has already existed.
Yeah.
So what James was saying is that you need to do something that hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
Technically, it's been done before. They just implemented it in a platformer for Mario, where they implemented it in an
that's
RPG of Mario.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm
fair.
trying to
Okay.
say. Like technically, it's been done. It's not a
Yeah.
whole new mechanic. It's just they
That's
just
fair,
decide
yeah.
like, hey, we're just gonna do it, but we're gonna add it to the platforming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
I mean, it's
it-
cool.
yeah, the badges are a neat idea. So like you equip them, give you different abilities. So rather than like think like New Super Mario Brothers or like Super Mario 3D World, for example, like Peach would always like float, and Luigi had like a higher jump and stuff like that. Everybody's plays the same, but once you equip the badges, then it changes the way each character would work. Yoshi is your invincible character, so like if you play as Yoshi, you're basically invincible.
Really?
Yeah. So
You
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 can
can't.
you can still
It's like
fall. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like like Sonic when he gets hit, he doesn't really die, he loses coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yoshi's kind of like that. Like you can get hit, you don't die, but you could like fall off a cliff and game over that
Yeah.
way. But you don't get any power ups.
But he reminds me of like that one dude, Nabbit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nabbit's
you
in the
play
game
Nabbit
too.
too. Nabbit's in
Yeah.
it too.
They're both the same way. Yeah, they're both played
Yeah.
the same basically.
Yeah.
But I think a
You
cool
can ride
mechanic.
Yoshi.
Yes.
You can ride Yoshi.
So a cool
Okay,
mechanic, and
I'm
like
fine
this
with
is, and this is for like me and like my kids. Is that let's say I'm playing like with my youngest son who doesn't know how to play Mario much, right? And he needs help like getting somewhere. I can go ahead and jump on the Yoshi, and then now I have control over Yoshi, of course, plus my character, and then I can go through the game doing that. And then when I jump off, he'll have control over Yoshi again, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
But yeah, you can ride Yoshi. They have a lot of cool like accessibility like features like that, which I think is kind of neat. There's like a world map, so you can run around the world map. Each level they showed that there's like two different like of the flower things. I forget what they're called, but there's different
Wonder
flowers.
flowers.
Wonder flowers. There we go.
Wonder flowers.
You can also mute the flowers that talk throughout the game. So they did show that also. If you don't like the way the flowers are talking or whatever, you can mute them. Trying to think what else. Multiplayer is only local, which kind of sucks because that would have been a perfect group stream. There is a way to play group, and basically the way it works is if you go online, you can invite people to a lobby or you can join a random lobby, and you see a bunch of ghosts playing in the background, so you can see other players playing. And let's say if you die, you kind of get knocked out, somebody can come and revive you, or they can give you an item like any of the ghosts, because they can see you like like dead or whatever. They can jump to you and revive you, and then you can continue going on. Or you can start a race, which that would be kind of cool for a group stream because you can do races. So like we can all do one lobby and do a race for a level, and then we can race to the end. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, actually
That's cool.
that would
I
be
like-
cool to do
I
like
like
a race for a stream.
I like that feature more. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to actually play through the level together, it's really just local co-op, unfortunately, when it comes to that, which kind of sucks.
There is a way. It does require multiple steps.
How?
Ryujinx or Yuzu plus
yeah.
power sec. That's it.
That is true. That is true. Good thing you
But yeah.
mentioned that. Well, we could set that
But
up
yeah,
and we
that's
could
it.
all do that.
That's
Just
it.
like how we're doing Crystal Chronicles and how we got that to set up using Parsec and emulation. Yes, emulation. Always there to save the day. But yeah, is everybody here picking up the game or
Yeah, I won't pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm picking it
Yeah,
up?
probably will.
When's it coming out?
October
October.
20th.
October 20th. Oh,
Yep.
birth month. Nice. Okay.
Yep. Same day as Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yep.
I
I'll
forgot about
skip
that too.
Spider-Man for now. I still haven't played Miles Morales, so
Yeah,
I'm
Spider-Man
not
for me
getting
is
Spider-Man Day one.
same here. I think, no offense to Spider-Man lovers, but I think it's just overhyped. It's just Spider-Man 1, it's just Spider-Man 1, but with a 2 at the end.
Yeah.
No offense to that. Yeah, it's not
No,
bringing
I
anything
agree.
new. So
There's still like I'm actually excited for that Cyberpunk DLC too,
Mm.
because they're
was it
gonna.
Idris
they're-
Alba?
Yeah, bro.
well, apparently
I'm
it fixes a
crazy
lot
about
of
that,
like
man,
quality
bro.
of life stuff too, like the core game.
That's true. Well, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a very free update.
It's getting to 2.0, so
Mhm.
it's actually good. They're saying it's supposed to be what Cyberpunk like
Was supposed to
Should've been.
be.
was supposed to be. Yeah, like when it
Yeah.
first released.
Well, yeah, I'll definitely come back to that then, because I do owe the game still. So
Yeah, I haven't bought it yet, but there's been like bundles where you can buy the game plus the DLC at a discounted
Mhm.
price. So I might pull it out until that comes out again when those bundles show up again.
The next game that I'm really looking forward to is Persona 3 Reloaded. And it's funny because we mentioned it a while, and I don't know why this just didn't hit me. I just realized it is going to be available on PC, meaning I can play it on my Steam Deck. And I don't know why I didn't think about that till I'm not sure if Fan might not know him, but Ash and Mike, you remember Nelson, right?
Oh
So yeah,
I miss
he
Nelson.
he
I miss,
wishlisted on Steam, and I saw that. I was like, oh wow, it is coming over to PC. I forgot about that, so I'm actually excited to play that because I've never played Persona 3. David says Starfield has been crashing for me, and it's not even 60 FPS. Crashing on Xbox?
They've had a lot of performance issues, dude.
On the console?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on console. Like,
And on top of that,
I thought the game
it
only ran
doesn't
at 30.
yeah, that's why he's saying it's not even 60 FPS.
Oh,
And on top of that, if it crashes when you're exploring, it doesn't auto save. So if you're like, like going like an hour exploring and stuff, and you don't save and it crashes, dude, you're SOL.
That sucks.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
I
have an
just-
AMD CPU, right? Mike?
No, I have 3080.
No, CPU.
Oh, yeah, CPU, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I saw that Intel CPUs apparently don't run Starfield as good. Yeah,
That's what the heck? Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's
I just
ridiculous.
downloaded it yesterday, so I'm gonna try and run it just to see how it runs.
what CPU do you have?
i5 11th gen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think who was it, Gamers Nexus that did, or it might have been Digital Foundry. One of them did a comparison to like the Ryzen 5 2600 versus i7, I think 10600K or something like that. And let me know if that sounds right.
I thought Gaming Nexus did GPU comparisons.
Okay, so it might have been Digital Foundry that
I-
did the comparison.
I thought. I don't
Okay.
know.
No, you might be right. Like I said, it was one of the two that did it. And I know one of them said that like the Ryzen 5 outbeat the i7 in performance on that game. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But it's an AMD sponsored title, so they probably just prioritize AMD CPUs and GPUs over NVIDIA.
Yeah.
And,
Well, after
Intel.
after this, I'm gonna see if I can get it to run decent on my ROG Ally
Yeah.
because FSR 3 is out, and people are saying they can get like at least like 30 frames per second.
ETA Prime already ran. Says it ran pretty well on there when I watched this video.
Really?
Wait, so
Yeah.
FSR 3 is already out already?
That's what I read.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
And because they're saying like when they updated, 'cause I was reading like I was researching to see if it ran well on the Asus ROG Ally, and they said to make sure you update everything because the new FSR is out, and it like boosts from like 20 frames a second to like a solid 30.
I also heard
nice.
FSR 3 is also be coming to Cyberpunk. So like once that comes out to Cyberpunk, I want to try that out too on there. See how
Yeah,
it
that
feels.
is going to Cyberpunk and everybody's favorite game, Forspoken. Yeah.
Oh, really? It's on Forspoken? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so
man.
happy,
Wow.
bro. Like, it's gonna run even better when I play it. Hell yeah, dude.
Static.
That's awesome, dude.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah, I
But-
actually just checked my my Asus driver update, and there is an AMD graphics driver, and one of the important information says added support for Bethesda Starfield.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Play Starfield on the ROG Ally while you guys have your ROG Ally. I
Well,
have nothing.
I don't have enough space to put a 120 gig game.
I had to delete everything, dude.
Well, I just
Right.
ordered a 2 terabyte 2230 NVMe, so
Hey, you know what the Lenovo Legion GO is gonna have, right? For $50 more, you can get a 1 terabyte internal. I think that's not bad for a $50 difference to get double the storage. In my
I
opinion.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it pretty much the cost of the hard drive, plus you don't have to do all the labor.
Yep. Exactly. Now that surprised me. I thought it was gonna be like $100 more or whatever that usually companies charge for
the
that.
$700 is for 256, and then
No, so the 700 is actually for the 512. So apparently
512.
that 256 gig doesn't even exist yet.
Okay.
But yeah, like if you look on BestBuy.com, the 512 is 700, and then the 1 terabyte is 750. So yeah, not bad pricing in my opinion. So, but like I said, I'm probably gonna get that because I am missing out on a lot of Game Pass games, and hopefully it works good. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But that is all the stuff we have to talk about today. Appreciate everybody showing up. We had actually quite consistent, 9 viewers on Twitch, and then we had about 5+ viewers on YouTube. We appreciate you guys joining us for our 1-year anniversary. We didn't get to do a special event. I really want to do that, and we're going to try to do a special event for the giveaway. We have to brainstorm more because I don't know how we're going to do this. It might just be us playing through another retro relay. We'll see, but we are definitely going to do a giveaway for a $20 gift card of, the winner's choice. So keep an eye out for that. I'll probably post it on YouTube community or Twitter, one of those two. We'll figure it out. But if you're not already in our Discord, also take a look on that because I will post it on there. And as always, don't forget, like and subscribe. Please share the channel. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers. We're so close. 113 subscribers to go. Once we hit that 500 mark, we become YouTube partner where we can get more benefits and stuff like that on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to check Mike's unboxing video of the Starfield Constellation Edition. And then also he did do a stream of Starfield. So if you want to catch the first 3 hours of Starfield, definitely take a look at that. All that's available on demand as well. Mike also did a kind of like what you need to know about Starfield video, so take a look at that. I also did a Sea of Stars video, or rather a Messenger video. So I've mentioned the Messenger plenty of times. Definitely take a look at that video as well. Fan, where can I catch you at?
Hey, you can catch me here on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube at Phaneckswhy.
What about you, Ash? Where can I catch you?
They can catch me at Astrarium on YouTube. By the way, Forspoken is game of the year. So.
What about you, Mike?
Right here, trying to get Starfield to run on my Asus ROG Ally.
And as always, you can catch me right here where we do the Random Encounter podcast, as well as a bunch of other stuff gaming related. My name's James from the Random Encounter, and we will see you guys next time.